Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm so glad you all made it. If you don't know who I am Shanice, and this is my page, The Mindset Maven. So, if you have been following me for a while, you know that I have been trying to do this YouTube thing for a good minute, and it didn't pan through as I had hoped the first time, but we're here now, and that is all that matters. So, if you're ready for some laughs, a couple of gems, and just to have some real talk, stay tuned. Okay, so we are back. Okay, so like I was saying, a couple of years ago, I tried to do the YouTube thing, and I just was giving myself all kind of excuses, as we all do when it's something we want to do, but we have that fear of doing it. So I was just really afraid of kind of putting myself out there, because it was just all these thoughts of like, who wants to hear what I gotta say? Who am I to be trying to record myself and talk about things? And I just really had to get over that, because I feel like I do really have an experience that's worth sharing. I have knowledge that's worth sharing, and I just have information that changed my life that I know will help change other people's lives. And then the bigger question became, who am I to sit on all this knowledge when I know that it's life-changing? So I just really had to jump before I was ready, essentially. So me jumping before I was ready was me buying this camera. And I was like, you gotta record. You just have to do it, because you know it's something you wanna do. You know you have this big idea. Why are you sitting on this gold mine of information? So here I am, y'all. I think another thing that really stifled me was at the time when I decided I wanted to do my YouTube channel, I was also doing a brand design business, and I just felt like I had poured so much blood, sweat, tears, time, energy, and money, and just learning into the experience. And I was just really at a place where I'm like, okay, hold on, God, because we got to talk. Because when I first started that, I was really passionate about it. I was at a place where I had just lost my job. I just found out I was pregnant. So I'm like, okay, I gotta do something. But I knew I didn't want to go back to work. So I'm like, okay, I don't want to go back to work, but I gotta make money, because I have my oldest daughter, and then now I'm pregnant. So I'm like, girl, you gotta take care of your baby. So you gotta do something. So I was like, okay, I've always loved social media. So I started a social media management page. And that was going pretty good for a while. But once I did that for a little bit, I kind of realized like, okay, I don't really like this, but I like designing. So I was like, let me try to dive more into the designing aspect of it. And so I was introduced to brand design. I took a wonderful course, and I felt like that really just accelerated my love for it. So, you know, for a good year and a half, it just really felt good. I just kept refining my skills, taking on clients so that I could be well versed in what I was doing. And then fast forward to last year, 2022, I just felt like I hit a rock. In my business, I guess I could say I was never really reaching the goals that I was setting for myself. And I'm not gonna say because I couldn't, or, you know, I didn't feel like I could. It just always felt like something was missing. It was like I had a love for design, but I just could never reach my goals that I would set for myself within that business. But this whole time, as as I started the business, as I'm going throughout it, I had to undergo so many transformations. Like, I would say, first gem for anybody who's starting a business, if you are not healed personally, those unhealed wounds will pour over into your business, and they can show up in you having imposter syndrome, not really speaking up for yourself, not setting boundaries in your business, not feeling worthy enough to charge high prices. Like, I'm dealing with all this. I was working for pennies, nickels, and dimes, y'all. Like, overworking myself for the bare minimum. Even after I felt like I had the experience that I need, I still was not charging what I needed to charge. And that came from me having a lack and scarcity mindset. Like, I just kept feeling like, who am I to charge this? And it's just like, you have to always take a seat back and remember, you woke up, you put in the hours and the time to study something that people are paying you for that they didn't want to do, that they don't have the capacity to do, that it might not be their thing. So they're coming to you with their coins to fix their problem. I struggled with charging my worth so bad, y'all, so bad. Even though I was good at what I was doing, even though I knew I had bills to pay, I just could not find the connect with feeling comfortable charging high prices. Even after I had mentor after coach after people just telling me like, your prices are too low, you have to charge more. I know my prices are too low, I needed to charge more. I just could not connect the dots. But hold on, we're gonna get back into that. Okay, yeah, so like I was saying, it was just a lot of things in my personal life that I had to work through so that I could become a better businesswoman. So for the last 3 years, since like 2020 up until currently, I have been undergoing so much personal transformation, so much self-growth. And the biggest thing for me was mindset. When I tell y'all I am obsessed, like, I feel like my life's work is to talk about the power of mindset, shifting your perspective, change your word, change your mind, change your life. It's real. I am going to tell y'all, look me in my eyes, second gem. Change your mind and you will change your life. The power of change starts in the mind, y'all. Okay, so let me just give y'all a little pretext if you don't know me. So I come from a family, a big family. I am number 2 of 6. I have 4 sisters and a brother. Growing up, we were not rich. We weren't dirt poor, but my parents just had enough to get by. So they just had enough to pay the bills, just had enough to take care of us. So I don't come from a wealthy family background, let's just say that. And I think as a Black girl growing up in a lower middle class family, I would say that I would consider us lower middle class. That's what I would say. Money was tight. And so if you know anything about coming from lower middle class, you know that the money mindset is a very lack mindset. Money don't grow on trees. You know, where you expect me to get the money from to do all this? So at about 16, I got my first job and I learned to be independent and I learned to have to take care of my family. And so I've always been very selfless. I had no problem like getting a job to take care of myself, but to also help my parents with my siblings. It was never a problem. It never crossed my mind to be selfish. Coming from a big family, you just learn how to share. You just learn how to, we all we got, essentially. But yeah, so growing up, always not hearing the best money advice, not really seeing the best money advice. It's kind of like, when I left for college, that's when I learned everything I needed to learn about money. Of course, you know, my mom, she tried to teach us growing up, but it's like, she only knew so much. So, you know, she can only tell and help me so much. And I just kind of had to trial and error. So fast forward through college, had my daughter. Here I am, present day, running a business. I'm still operating with this limited knowledge about money. I'm still operating with this limited knowledge about how to really get the money that I want. Because again, I'm charging nickels and dimes in my business. I'm seeing money, but I'm not seeing enough money. I'm seeing just enough money to get by. Let me tell y'all about that. So I struggle with self-worth. Let's just call it what it is. So because I'm struggling with self-worth, feeling worthy just to have anything in my life, anytime somebody was talking about being rich, I'd be like, I don't want to be rich. I just want to be comfortable. Okay, let me say that again. If anybody ever asks me about rich, I always say, I don't want to be rich. I just want to be comfortable. Do you know what comfortable looked like when it finally showed up in my life? Living check to check. Because I wasn't poor, but I just had enough to get by because I wanted to be comfortable. We have to, gem number 3, be very careful about what it is we're asking for, because it will never, not never, majority of the time, it won't come in the way we're gonna think it's gonna come. So to me, I'm thinking, okay, comfortable might be about 50, 60,000 a year. You know, I just wanna be comfortable. Baby, comfortable was, here's just enough to get you by where you're not struggling. Y'all, I am gonna say gem number 3 again. Be very clear about what you're asking for, because 9 times out of 10, it's not gonna come exactly how you think it should. And that's just that. So, as I'm going throughout the years, I'm like, I don't wanna be rich, I just wanna be comfortable. I'm always just meeting enough to pay the bills and probably have a little pocket money. Let's just call it what it is. And at this time, I was living at home with my parents, so I hadn't even moved out yet. So this is just enough with probably just me paying my car note, my car insurance. At the time, Peyton was in daycare. And then what other else little bedazzles here and there, maybe my credit card, you know, being able to get paid stuff or whatever. So I came to a point in my life where it was just kind of like, okay, something gotta give. Like, God, I know this is not the life you really want me to live, so what am I doing? That is when I lost my job. And so I'm like, okay, I don't got a job anymore. What am I gonna do? I started to undergo leaving or stepping outside of the church and finding God in a different way, finding God in my own way, really knowing God in my own way. So I struggled. It was a struggle. The first year of me doing that was really rocky. Thought my car was gonna get repossessed because still at this point, I'm not making any money. My parents helping me. I'm literally just getting by. Siblings helping me. Just praying at night, I don't wake up and they done took my car out the driveway. Like, life was hitting fast and it was coming real. And by the grace of God, I still have my car today. But when I tell y'all, like, I was at the lowest of lows in my life. Like, I didn't have a red cent to my name, but God was still coming through for me. And that's what led me to starting my business. But y'all, I'm not gonna go off on a tangent too much longer because everything, it makes sense to me, but I'm gonna have to piece it together for y'all over the course of this page and me just dropping these gems. I am a firm believer in, if you can change your mind, you can change your life. The words that you speak over yourself, the words that you are just speaking in general every day, the actions that you are taking, if you are not really living the life that you desire to live, I'm gonna get you together. Stay tuned because it's gonna get real. So I'm gonna leave y'all right here and I'm gonna catch y'all next week and we're gonna really dive into it. We're gonna get down to the nitty gritty. I'm gonna get back into my story for y'all because I gotta paint the whole picture. I didn't wanna go off on a tangent and have y'all sitting here all day. So I'm gonna just break it up a little bit. So hopefully that was enough to hook and reel you into next week because it's gonna be good. I'm so excited about my channel. I feel good that I am doing this and I hope you feel good and you got some takeaways from this. And as always, you can like, subscribe, you can share, you can follow me on Instagram at Shanice Ander. And yes, so I will see y'all next week. Bye.